What's going on, champs and chamettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we actually have a very interesting topic to talk about, and it relates to something that you guys kind of got first hands-on experience with because of me, and it all relates to a wacky little chair I always sit in the background of all my videos nowadays, the Fortnite x Secret Lab collaboration chair. So let's go ahead and dive into everything you should know. So recently, it's not in the item shop right now, but recently we actually saw the return of the chipset wrap into Fortnite. Now, if we go over here to my locker, we type in chipset, you can see what this wrap looks like, right? It's kind of like just a cool little techie wrap or something that you would have seen being a part of like a collaboration with like Nvidia, Intel, or something like that. But it was a nice little wrap that was actually animated and reactive, and it was something that had only released one time in Fortnite before until it re-released recently in the item shop with the Vaulted a Year or More tab. But there was a very interesting situation that had gone down between that time and now that it's, you know, finally re-released in the game. And I'm just going to go ahead and go over here to this skin, or I guess, you know, this like wrap design or whatever, so you can see more designs of the skin, or, well, you know, the wrap. I'm sorry, I keep thinking skin for some reason. But the whole entire thing with this wrap is that there was only one other way to actually obtain it, and it was a way that actually kickstarted this whole weird phenomenon with Epic Games, putting wrap codes bundled with real-life products such as SD cards and that type of stuff, and even skateboards. And that was when you bought the Secret Lab chair, right? Now, keep in mind, it's a chair, so it's pretty expensive. You actually received a code with the chair for the chipset wrap, which at the time was not supposed to return to Fortnite, right? It was something that on their actual in-game, or I guess, you know, website FAQ, said that this was a wrap code for the chipset wrap in Fortnite, which is no longer offered by Epic Games. So that kind of hinted at, oh, hey, this wrap, no longer available to get through the item shop or anything else. The only way for you to actually obtain it is to buy the chair, get yourself a wacky little code, redeem it, and then enjoy it that way. Now, of course, since I did this collaboration with Secret Lab, I actually managed to get the code entirely for free, so that's how I managed to get the wrap for myself. But of course, that was not the case, right? It wasn't a whole entire situation where it's like a, hey, you know, it's a limited time thing, you know, you can only get it from buying this chair, no longer available in Fortnite. And it seems that Epic Games actually contacted the team behind Secret Labs and the whole entire chair promotion, because they had actually removed that from their FAQ some point after I had mentioned it on Twitter, right? They had actually removed the part that said it was no longer offered in Fortnite and just made it say that this is a wrap that was in Fortnite. But of course, at that point, a leaker such as myself had already tweeted about, oh, hey, you know, this wrap's exclusive and that type of stuff. So it became this whole situation where it's like, okay, we have, you know, this whole entire chipset wrap or whatever that was supposed to be exclusive, which is no longer exclusive for one reason or another. And it seems like some people thought they were getting lied to, especially by content creators such as myself, who, you know, got the chair early and had that first little bit of information, because it was like, oh, you know, you would think that this would have been something that was more obvious and more people would have been aware of before anything actually went down with it. And in fact, if you're curious on how like much I thought it was an exclusive thing to Secret Lab, I remember asking them, right? Because I got the chair for free and everything, and we gave away a chair on my Twitter account. I ended up asking them, I was like, hey, do you guys have any more of the like chipset wrap codes that you could give me? Do you have like any extras so I could do a little giveaway for my community? And of course, they said that they weren't able to like look at that or whatever, but maybe in the future, if there was availability for it, they could. So it was like, I had even asked them about it, right? I asked them specifically relating to this wrap, and everything back then seemed to line up to it being exclusive to Secret Lab. And then of course it ended up returning to the item shop. People were able to purchase it, and it was this whole entire ordeal on Twitter. But it does bring up a good question of, are wraps even exclusive? Are these exclusive codes for stuff that you're getting with like an SD card or like a skateboard or whatever actually exclusive to that product, or is it something that Epic Games could bring back in the future? Because after we got the Secret Lab collaboration, which actually had this wrap code included in it, we started seeing more and more of these wrap codes being included in physical products popping up out of nowhere. We had an SD card, like I mentioned, that included a wrap code in it. We had a whole entire skateboard you could buy that included a wrap code with it. We had all this stuff going on with Fortnite that included codes specifically for super rare wraps that only released one time in the past, which made a lot of people think, okay, you know, there's a pattern here. They're bringing physical goodies, they're combining them with these wrap codes. All of the wraps that are being coded in here or whatever are stuff that have only released one time before. Something's going on here, right? This is a whole entire situation where it seems like they're taking these really rare cosmetics that have released in the item shop once, and they're starting to sell it bundled with actual real life products. So it was a whole entire thing where, you know, it would make sense why everyone would start believing these are exclusive, right? These are going to be things that never return to the item shop. But now it brings the question of, is anything really exclusive to Fortnite, because of the fact that the chipset wrap has returned, right? Now, of course, Epic Games has been having some very weird stuff going on with the item shop recently, where they've been hiding tabs, you know, they've been removing stuff, re-adding stuff. We got the fresh emote and all that stuff recently, so there's a lot of weird oddities going on with Fortnite, and especially their item shop, but it does make me wonder, should people actually be out there trying to buy a skateboard or something just for a wrap in the game? Because it does make this very weird FOMO limbo, which is fear of missing out limbo, where it's like, on one hand, there's a chance it returns to the item shop in the future, but on the other hand, what if it never returns to the item shop and then this product is out of stock everywhere and you're unable to get this specific wrap that you've never owned before? It's a weird limbo that I kind of want to know your guys' opinions on in the comments down below. Do you think that if they release a code for something like the chipset wrap, that they should make sure that it's known that this may return in the item shop at a later date? Or do you think they should just kind of like continue doing what they're doing? Do you think it's not really that big of an issue? For me, it's just weird, right? Because they have done stuff like their website events before where they're like, these cosmetics may release in the item shop at a later date, so I don't see why they couldn't do that with something like this, right? You know, include it in the description, because if I look on the back here, it says, to redeem your wrap, visit fortnite.com/redeem. Codes can only be used once, and it can only be redeemed once per account, and they expire September 1st, 2026. So, you know, it's like, this is valid for like a whole 4 years if I really did not want to use the code before then or anything. But it mentions absolutely nothing about it potentially returning in the item shop and being available normally, not on this card, not on Secret Lab's website, or at least at the time when we first looked at it and everything. And it's just a weird, confusing limbo where I feel maybe there should be some better communication somewhere down the line regarding if this is an exclusive product or if it is something that can release in the future in Fortnite. But I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments down below. I know the past like 3 videos have really just been rambles on about absolute nonsensical things, but that's what the channel's all about now, right? We do the Fortnite leaks and news and all that stuff, but we're live commentary now, and honestly, I really prefer this format because I can just kind of pick a topic like, hey, the chipset wrap. I don't even have to play the game today, right? I just sat here in the locker the whole time. I can ramble on about it, we can talk about the whole entire situation, and then I can end the video there. So with that said, hope you champs and champions enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider subscribing and support the content I create, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. Peace out.